set the bar so high that you might as well leave it. I'm going undefeated. I've broken the system. Had to breach it. That's mission impossible. Mission completed. Salute when you see me. I got the heart of a god and a genie.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. They'll run on first down. Rush. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance, right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, Lance. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw again on 2nd down, Lance. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Flush to his right. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jaron Reed gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
I can't believe they even let you play. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. We got it.
The Lance going to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. Touchdown, 49ers. T.J. Hawkinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. No problem there on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Keeps himself upright. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's got Higbee complete right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Rosas good with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Lance. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
3 down.
Throwing now is Lance. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Now a play fake. Lance. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Cooper Kupp deep for L.A. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Also began. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 6-yard line.
The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. These two teams all tied after one. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Stafford. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
On first down, Rush. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
The quick slant caught. 3 yards the gain there, second down. The Lance now to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in. And
when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going...
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
7 yards, the pickup there. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
That's caught at the 25. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big play there for the Niners.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket, because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd down and 3. Stafford. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Throwing is Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
2nd and 4. Here's Lance. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Lance now on 1st down. Wide open receiver, complete. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 5-yard line.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Check back. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Roll your jaw. 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. T.J. Hawkinson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point up and through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
On Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And the hook up to Brown. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
40 seconds a mile. 40 seconds a mile.
Working from the gun, Lance. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half. Point after up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. After the sack on first down, Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A couple of extra defensive backs in the ballgame here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And this one will be brought back to the 22. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Lance now on first down. He's got the connection left side to Brown. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 40 seconds. Mike, 40 seconds. I'm here all day. 40 seconds to Mike.
Lance looking to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. The point after is good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Going right back to Akers. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 3rd down, Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the 1st. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, Lance. It's caught by Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On first down, Lance eluding the pressure right. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. 28 yards. And the 49ers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. The extra point up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Off of play action, here's Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. He's going to try and go deep again. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Niners.
Well, I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. It's caught on the right side, Brown. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers continue to roll. Extra point safely through. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got to dig down deep. They need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8.
Brings up second down at the 23-yard line.
They'll go again here with Akers. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll run for it with Akers. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. On the ground, it's Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. Akers has got the first down and then some. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And it's for pride now, but the Rams do get a bit closer. PAT up and good by Rosas. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Lance. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. He's going to take another shot here. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Rush. And some room to work. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 76 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Check it back. Check it back.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Niners on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll keep it on the ground. Rush. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Rams on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. On the give, this is Akers. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Rush. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, you got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock. When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be here. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's a quick throw out to Mims. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And this one is incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Uses the stiff arm. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll look to run with Akers. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And they will run it with Michel. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No return for Ayuk. That'll be a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. And he'll have it past midfield almost at 30 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for San Francisco, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for L.A., things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.